So, similar to how these Olympics have been going on, the NBA also has its own version of a tournament that's not the same as the NBA Finals. It actually takes place before the NBA Finals. And this was a thing that was, newly introduced into the NBA. It was introduced last season. And a lot of people, they have some mixed feelings about it. Some people, they really they really don't think much about this. Some people, they also just, like actually despise the idea of even having a tournament or, any kind of competition outside of the NBA finals, because some people argued, like, what exactly is the point? Like, it only determines the teams that are good in the in the regular season as opposed to teams that are good in the postseason. Because one of the big differences about the in-season tournament compared to the NBA championship and the NBA finals and playoffs is that these are single game eliminations. You don't play a series in the in-season tournament. You play single game eliminations and you move on. And the only thing that you really win are, like, incentives and an NBA Cup, which, at the end of the day, isn't really as valuable as an NBA championship or, holding a Lombardi trophy, or then, like, it's just seen as less valuable. A lot of people think it's more like, for padding and things like that, and that it's not really necessary when you're thinking about, the NBA season in the grand scheme of things. Like, of all the things that's been talked about the least and has been made fun of the most, the in-season tournament is probably the biggest thing. And I'm a little bit on, both sides of the table with that. I don't think that this, tournament is necessary, but I'm not going to sit here and say that these games that we've been able to watch aren't any less competitive. Like, the in-season tournament does what it does. It gives the regular season some sort of value and something to look forward to, as well as, makes, these competitions seem like they have more value. Like, that's really where it's coming from, just giving these regular season games some sort of importance and making the fans and getting the fans engaged, getting the players engaged into, competing in these kinds of things. Like, the whole reason why this thing was made was to prevent load managing for, a lot of players and a lot of teams. Like, that's one of the things that really hurts the NBA, load management. Just thinking of the fact that your favorite player might not be playing in this game because of reasons. Like, literally not even because of, the fact that they're injured, but because they just don't want to get injured. Like, think of how crazy that sounds. Like, okay, I'm not going to play a game just because I'm afraid of getting injured. Imagine if that was the same mindset that Michael Jordan had. Imagine if that was the same mindset that Patrick Ewing had. All of those players that literally played in every single game and never wanted to sit out. Like, imagine if that was the thought process that they all started with. So, looking at the article, like, the NBA, they recently announced group play schedule, and the primetime matchups for the NBA Cup are going to be starting on November 12th. Like the inaugural iteration last season, which was called the in-season tournament, all 30 teams were randomly drawn into 6 groups of 5 based on their record from the previous season. The format for the tournament will stay the same, where each team will play the other squads in their respective groups once and on what will be called the Cup Nights. So next season, on Tuesday and Fridays between November 12th and December 3rd, those are going to be the Cup Nights for the in-season tournament, or as they're calling it now, the NBA Cup, whatever you want to call it. It's like, it's the same thing. At the culmination of group play, the 6 group winners will advance to the knockout rounds, in addition to 2 wildcard teams, one team from each conference with the best record in the group play but did not win its group. The 8 teams will then play in a single elimination format, which will start on December 10th. The semifinal and championship games will take place in Las Vegas on December 14th and December 17th. So this is obviously, all of these games are going to be televised, and they're going to be the semifinals and, the championship. They will be the only ones held in Las Vegas. So, excuse me, on November 12th for Tuesday, we have the Eastern Conference, the East A. It's the Knicks and the 76ers. They play at 7:30. And then on Tuesday at 10 o'clock, the Mavericks play the Golden State Warriors in the West C group. And then on Friday, November 15th, the Spurs are going to play the Los Angeles Lakers in 7:30. And then at 10 o'clock on that day, the Grizzlies and the Warriors are also going to be playing. The Lakers are grouped in the Western Group B along with the Spurs. And, the Grizzlies and the Mavericks, along with the Golden State Warriors, are grouped along in Western Group C. Same with the Denver Nuggets. Those are the teams in Western Group C. And then on the Eastern Conference, on Tuesday, November 19th, the Cavs are going to be playing the Celtics in East Group C. And then in West Group B at 9:30, the Thunder are going to play the San Antonio Spurs. And Friday, on November 22nd, the Pacers are going to play the Milwaukee Bucks on 7:30, and that's in East Group B, by the way. And then in West Group C, the Mavericks are going to be playing the Denver Nuggets. And then on Tuesday, November 26th, the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be playing the Miami Heat at 7:30, and that's in the Eastern B standings. And then in the Western B standings, the Lakers are also going to be playing the Phoenix Suns at 10 o'clock on that Tuesday. And then on Friday, November 29th, the Knicks are going to be playing the Charlotte Hornets, and the Cavs are going to be playing the Atlanta Hawks. These are both Eastern Conference groups. The first game at 12 p.m. is going to be Eastern Conference A, and then the next game at 2:30 is going to be Eastern Conference C. There's also two more games on that Friday. Western Group C is going to be between the Pelicans and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then Western Group A, that's going to be the game at 7:30. It's going to be between the Clippers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. So these are the games that are going to be happening, from Tuesday and on Tuesdays and Fridays going into the month of November. So, just in case you guys want to tune into that. So NBA Cup winners and second place team will split the prize money amongst their players. Last season, after winning the inaugural event, each Lakers player received $500,000, while Pacers, the second place team, received $200,000. The losing players of the semifinals each got $100,000, and the losing players of the quarterfinal each got $50,000. So this year's prizes will be higher because of the latest collective bargaining agreement between the NBA and the National Basketball Players Association. In addition to the financial incentive for players, there will also be a Most Valuable Player award for the NBA Cup and all-tournament team. So these are just all of the things that's going to happen in the span of this play-in group and these NBA in-season tournament games. And the first games are going to be held on Tuesday, November 12th. The first game is going to be between the Knicks and the 76ers, along with the Dallas Mavericks against the Golden State Warriors. So those are the matchups. That's what's happening. That's what's going on these days. And that's going to be it for this first segment. So now I will go ahead and go into the second segment, where I go ahead and I give my list on the top 10 shooting guards going into this next season. I'll do the exact same thing that I did in the previous segment, where I just talked about their stats and the reason why I had them ranked in this specific spot. So I'll be right back after this short break, so be sure to stay tuned.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody